You know what I feel like doing today? Sure. So I know what you're thinking. How am I gonna lose all my money? Don't look at me, I have no goddamn idea. But I think I found someone who might. You see, I put an ad in the newspaper for a financial advisor, and this guy probably knows a thing or two about losing money considering putting an ad in the newspaper in 2022. So your name is Dr. Money?
Yeah, my parents were big fans of currency.
But Money's your last name.
Yeah?
Anyway, I just need a quick way to lose money fast.
You try gambling?
I can't stop winning!
What about getting mugged? It's the perfect time of the year for it.
I tried, but no one wanted to. I don't get it, man. Am I too ugly to get mugged?
Would you be mad if I said yes?
Come on, man. I just want to be broke. Is that too much to ask?
Okay! I've got one more idea. How do you feel about nerd shit?
It's okay.
Then you're gonna love this.
Money. We all have it. Some of us a little too much. So sometimes it's fun to just spend it on something dumb. Really dumb. But hey, video games are inherently collectible. You see, unlike other pieces of media, video games can only be accessed in certain pieces of hardware, sometimes they're only printed in small quantities, and they aren't reprinted nearly as often. Some people do it out of love for the medium, some people do it for preservation, and some people do it for self-worth. And with something as inherently collectible as video games, comes the white whale. The game's so incredibly expensive and rare that any collector dreams of having them. Holy shit, is that the same guy as the Mario one? Wait, 148 reviews? Who is buying these? The most expensive game of all time? What even qualifies that?
Well, it says here in the money handbook that the price of a game is actually defined by what some random moron has actually bought it for.
So some random idiot could just spend $1 billion on Family Party 30-rate games off the arcade for the Nintendo Wii U and it could just suddenly become the most expensive game of all time?
Yeah?
Well, that sucks.
I think I'm illiterate.
You know what? I'm not gonna take this sitting down.
But you are sitting.
I'm gonna find the most expensive game of all time based purely on its intrinsic value alone. You just have to find a way to do that.
I know a guy who can help you with that.
You do? This is just a picture of you.
Yeah, he's the best there is.
So you can help me?
No. But he can.
But he is you.
Exactly. So how can I help?
I need you to find me games that are expensive because they're rare, not because some random jack spent a bunch of money on them.
Well, I might have some leads for you. Check this out.
To start off this journey of wasting money, I want to talk about NBA Elite 11. Planned for an October 2010 release, NBA Elite 11 was canned before release due to negative feedback to the game's demo, which was released in September of that year. However, since the game was canceled so close to release, some copies still managed to escape into the wild and are being sold for up to $17,500? Wait a minute, it's Thomas all over again! In actuality, while the game is expensive, it seems that nowadays it goes for around like $1,000 to $1,500. Which isn't enough! Are you kidding me? $1,000? That's the best you've got?
Don't blame me! Blame him! He's my source! Hey man, I'm sure I'll find something for you. I just need to look. Because this book has taught me everything I know about Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Obama. Just give me a minute. I'll find something.
Is this a Pepsi?
Did you say Pepsi?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, they found us.
What? Who? Who found us?
The invaders.
Pepsi Invaders. Despite what all logic may be telling you, this game was not in fact produced by the Pepsi Corporation, but rather the Coca-Cola Company as a marketing stunt against Pepsi. The game is a skin of Space Invaders for the Atari 2600 with a few major differences. For one, the original game features unlimited time and limited lives, but Pepsi Invaders actually features limited time and unlimited lives. You may be wondering why.
Yes!
Well, as far as I can tell, this change was made so that the player, who places a bottle of Coke, can never lose to the Pepsi. No matter what, the game will only end when time runs out. And even then, the game just flashes, Coke wins! Coke wins! Leading some to refer to this game as simply that. Coke wins. But we don't care about that. What? We care about how much it costs! Only 125 copies of the game were ever produced, and being as old as it has to cost a lot, right? 3,500? Now that's more like it, but not enough. 3,500? You seriously think that's enough? I need to go bankrupt, you fool!
Hey, relax. I'll find something else.
You better, or else I might be forced to leave a bad review on Yelp.
No! You can't do that! No one will ever eat here again!
Then you better find me something worth my time!
Oh.
How, dude? What the hell? Is that pottery? What are you, some kind of Clay Fighter's Sculptor's Cut? Released in 1993, Clay Fighter 63 1/3 is most notable for having this move in it.
Santa's gonna sit on your lap. Ouch! I don't think so, fruitcake. No! Fatality!
So how much did you say this one costed? Well, at first glance, you'd be questioning my sanity for including this in the video, if you weren't already doing that. You see, despite initially seeming like this isn't worth our time, if we go somewhere, we can find something that is. Something old, something abandoned. A relic of times long past. Somewhere. That rents video games! In 1998, Blockbuster received an exclusive updated version of Clay Fighter 63 1/3 called Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut.
That's me!
Sculptor's Cut featured a couple differences from the original, but also removed a couple things. Again, really the only reason it's talked about is because it's rare. Only around 20,000 copies were made, which, while rare, doesn't pale in comparison to games like Pepsi Invaders. But this game wasn't cancelled like Elite 11, or an extremely limited release like Pepsi Invaders. Since this game was only available to rent, that means that multiple kids would have access to the game over its shelf life, causing most packaging to get worn down or broken, and manuals to get damaged, ripped, torn, or straight up lost. That's why, according to PriceCharting.com, inbox copies can go from around $12,000 to even $25,000. 25,000? That's gotta be the most expensive one, right?
Really? That's not nearly enough money, and I know what I'm talking about here. Money's my middle name.
Your middle and last names are the same?
Like I said, my parents were really big fans of currency.
Okay, so if this isn't enough, can we just cut to the chase? What is the most expensive game of all time?
Well, lucky for you, I have one more thing. Take a look at this.
Okay. What is this?
A clever segue.
Oh! So, the most expensive game of all time. It's something that's hard to quantify. Even with a few examples I covered in depth, there are still tons more. Red Sea Crossing, Air Raid, the Nintendo World Championship Gold Cart, stadium events, the Nintendo Powerfest carts, and many, many more. But at the end of the day, it's impossible to find this category because what a product is worth is up to the consumer in the end. If someone spends $1 million on Mario 64, then that has to be the most expensive game of all time, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if you think that's dumb, because someone out there truly believed that was what the game was worth. So is it really all pointless? Is there no way to find the most expensive game of all time?
I guess not.
Man.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah?
Couldn't you just buy a whole bunch of these instead of finding one super expensive one?
Well, I did it. I went bankrupt. But what now? God damn it.